Senate will come to order. Mr. Schaffler, please call the roll.
Senators Amabile, Baisley, Ball, Bridges, Bright, Carson, Catlin, Cutter,
Excuse.
Danielson,
Excuse.
Doherty, Exum, Frizzell, Gonzalez, Henriksen, Judah, Kipp, Kirkmeyer, Kolker, Liston, Lundin, Marchman,
Excuse.
Michelson Genet, Mullica, Pelton B, Pelton R, Rich,
Come to the floor, please.
Roberts, Rodriguez, Simpson, Snyder, Sullivan, Wiseman, Winter, Cutter, Marchman, Senate District 17 vacant. Mr. President.
Let's do this. The morning roll call is 33 present, 0 absent, 1 excused, and 1 vacant. We have a quorum. Senator Snyder, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the journal. Senator Rich.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate Journal of February 25th, 2025 be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Senate Services.
Correctly engrossed Senate Bill 24, 77, 86, 140, and 151. Correctly re-engrossed Senate Bill 15, 35, and 73. Correctly revised House Bill 1002 and 1030. Correctly enrolled Senate Joint Resolution 6, Senate Resolution 6.
Committee reports.
Mr. President, the Committee on Finance has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends the appointments be placed on the consent calendar and confirmed. Member of the Financial Services Board for a term expiring July 1st, 2025. Sean Robert Davis of Monte Vista, Colorado, to serve as an executive officer of a state savings and loan association, occasioned by the resignation of Michael George Hurst of Del Norte, Colorado, appointed. Committee on Finance, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 133 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with the recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. Committee on Finance, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 147 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation.
Message from the House.
The House has passed on third reading and transmitted to the Reviser of Statutes House Bill 1133, amended as printed in House Journal February 21st, 2025, and amended on third reading as printed in House Journal February 25th, 2025. The House has passed on third reading and transmitted to the Reviser of Statutes House Bill 1162, House Bill 1007, House Bill 1040, amended as printed in House Journal February 20, 2025. The House has passed on third reading and transmitted to the Reviser of Statutes House Bill 1135, amended as printed in House Journal February 21st, 2025. The House has passed on third reading and transmitted to the Reviser of Statutes House Bill 1110, The House is adopted and returns herewith Senate Bill 82.
Message from the reviser.
We herewith transmit without comment House Bill 1110 without comment as amended, House Bill 1007, 1040, 1133, 1135, and 1162.
Third reading of bills. Consent calendar. Mr. Schaffler, please read the titles of all the bills on the consent calendar.
Senate Bill 140 by Senator Peltonar and Representative Johnson concerning adjusting dollar amounts related to the administration of irrigation districts formed pursuant to the irrigation district laws first enacted in 1905 to account for inflation. House Bill 1002 by Representative Brown and Gilchrist and Senators Amabile and Pelton B concerning the determination of health benefits coverage for mental health services.
Madam Assistant Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the passage of all bills on the third reading of bills consent calendar, which includes Senate Bill 25-140 and House Bill 25-1002.
Very good. Is there any discussion on any of the bills? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of all the bills on the third reading of the bills consent calendar. Are there any no votes? Senator Pelton B.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request to be listed as a 17C on Senate Bill 25-140.
Mr. Schaffler, please record Senator Pelton B as a 17C on Senate Bill 140. Senator Carson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request to be listed as a no vote on Senate Bill 140. Thank you.
Senator Carson will be listed as recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 140. Senator Baisley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request to be listed as a no vote on Senate Bill 140 and House Bill 1002.
Senator Baisley will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 140 and House Bill 1002. With a vote of 30 ayes, 2 noes, 0 absent, 1 excused, and 1 vacant, Senate Bill 140 is passed. Co-sponsors. Senator 5. Members on Senate Bill 140, a vote of 30 ayes, 2 no, 1 excused, 117C, and 1 vacant. Senate Bill 140 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Simpson, Catlin, Roberts, Winter, Amabile, Gonzalez, Henriksen, Judah, please add the president. With a vote of 32 ayes, 1 no, 0 absent, 1 excused, and 1 vacant, House Bill 1002 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Mullica, Weissman, Exum, Michelson Janae, Kipp, Cutter, Henriksen, Winter, Judah, Gonzalez, Doherty, please add the president. Please add. Senator Coker is already a co-sponsor. And we have another co-sponsor on 1002, Senator Ball. Co-sponsor on 1002, Senator Ball. And we have one more on 1002, Mr. Schaffler, in addition to Senator Ball, also Senator Marchman, and also Senator Snyder, and anyone else who would like to raise their hand. Oh, Senator Bridges. I was joking, but, oh, Senator Gonzalez. Any other co-sponsors on 1002? No other co-sponsors. Third reading of bills. Final passage. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title to Senate Bill 24.
Senate Bill 24 by Senators Roberts and Frizzell and Representatives Carter and Soper concerning judicial officers and in connection therewith making an appropriation.
Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move Senate Bill 24 and ask permission to offer a third reading amendment.
Will you please explain, Senator Roberts, the need for a third reading amendment?
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, this amendment would fix just a couple dates. These are very minor changes, and change the number 20 to the number 19.
The question before the body is Senator Roberts' request for permission to offer a third reading amendment. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it and permission is granted. We have an amendment at the desk. Mr. Schaffler, please read L10 to Senate Bill 24.
Amendment L10.
Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move L10.
Proper motion to the amendment, Senator Roberts.
Thank you. So as I previously mentioned, in two instances in the engrossed bill, we found we need to change 2027 to 2026 and then strike 20 and substitute 19. Very minor technical changes, and would appreciate your aye vote.
Any further discussion on L10? Seeing none, the motion is the adoption of L10 to Senate Bill 24. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 33 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 1 excused, and 1 vacant, L10 to Senate Bill 24 is adopted. Any further discussion? Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I renew my motion, Senate Bill 24 on third reading as amended, and ask for an aye vote.
Discussion on the bill. Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I rise, excuse me, to clear my throat. I rise to express the rationale for a very uncomfortable no vote that I will be casting. I spoke yesterday about a narrow issue within the bill, specifically with regard to an amendment and what I described as the inscrutability of the State Department of Public Defender's office and how they manage their budget. That is an issue that I do believe needs to be dealt with, but cannot be dealt with in the context of this bill, but was worth speaking about yesterday. Today I speak to a broader issue. Colleagues, we have a $1 billion plus shortfall in our budget. I do not, in the tone, tenor, and quite frankly, fiscal notes of the policy prescriptions being offered this session, sense an acknowledgement and awareness of how dire this financial circumstance is. I've already, as a member of leadership, cast several very uncomfortable votes trying to demonstrate leadership, trying to put down markers, trying to engage everyone in this chamber, everyone in the General Assembly broadly, and quite frankly, the first floor in a conversation about how challenging our financial circumstance actually is. We find ourselves in a situation where we need to define and identify priorities. This particular bill, Senate 24, is one of those that I would argue the financing of it ranks high in the things that we should prioritize. Having an adequate number of judges and an adequate number of public defenders so that people can get quick, speedy, appropriate access to justice, incredibly important. And yet I find myself in this awkward spot of saying, I'm going to vote no on this because I haven't seen the appetite or the intention or the desire within the policies, offerings that we've seen in this General Assembly to cut the budget elsewhere. So I, as a marker and a statement to my colleagues about the challenging budget problem that yet looms before us, find myself saying, this vote of no is a communication of dire consequences. We have a clear and present danger to our budget. Do I want to not fund this particular bill? No, I'd rather fund this particular bill than a number of other offerings that have been made. And yet, if I can get a moment of clarity, a moment of focus, by stepping up and saying no to something that is adjacent to our constitutional responsibilities, I will take that moment, and I'm doing it here and now. Colleagues, to our budget, let's repair to our budget and address the incredible challenge that lies before us. Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome. Any further discussion on Senate Bill 24? Seeing no further discussion, the motion is the passage of Senate Bill 24. Are there any no votes? Senators, Mr. Minority Leader. Baisley. Rich. Pelton R. Bright. Kirkmeyer. Pelton B. With a vote of 26 ayes, 7 noes, 0 absent, 1 excused, and 1 vacant, Senate Bill 24 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Judah, Gonzalez, Kipp, Weissman, Henriksen, Michelson Janae, Cutter, Ball, Sullivan, Snyder, Mr. Majority Leader, Bridges, Amabile, Simpson, Exum, Doherty. Any other co-sponsors? Mullica. Please add the President. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title of Senate Bill 151.
Senate Bill 151 by Senator Michelson Janae and Representative Froelich concerning measures to prevent youth from running away from out-of-home placements and in connection therewith preventing children or youth from running away from residential child care facilities.
Senator Michelson Janae.
I move Senate Bill 151.
Any discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of Senate Bill 151. Are there any no votes? Senators Pelton B. Bright. Carson. Pelton R. Liston. Rich. Baisley. Simpson. Mr. Minority Leader. Catlin. Any no votes on 151? Kirkmeyer. Liston and Pelton R again. Okay. With a vote of 22 ayes, 11 noes, 1 excused, 1 vacant, Senate Bill 151 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Mullica, Amabile, Bridges, Exum, Colker, Snyder, Cutter, Marchman, Ball, maybe Senator Gonzalez? Senator Gonzalez. Weissman. Mr. Majority Leader. Henriksen. Kipp. Judah. Winter. Please add the President. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title, Senate Bill 86.
Senate Bill 86 by Senators Frizzell and Doherty and Representatives Basnaker and Hartsook concerning protections for users of social media and in connection therewith establishing certain requirements for social media companies.
Senator Doherty.
I move Senate Bill 86.
Any discussion? There is discussion. Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise with concerns related to Senate Bill 86. I understand the goal that the sponsors are trying desperately to address related to crimes that may be taking place over a social media app. What breaks my brain about this bill is the fact that warrants are not being honored when by social media companies today, currently. The bill language, as contemplated under Senate Bill 86, sets up a timeline by which the warrants should be responded to. But that still doesn't answer the question for me when today, in fact, given our longstanding judicial procedures, there are established mechanisms to hold a party in contempt when a warrant is not complied with. For that reason, I'll be a no vote today, respectfully, and I ask that the sponsors continue these conversations while also balancing the important work ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Gonzalez. Any further discussion on Senate Bill 86? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of Senate Bill 86. Are there any no votes? Senators Gonzalez, Henriksen, Winter, Baisley, Mr. Minority Leader. With a vote of 28 ayes, 5 noes, 1 excused, 1 vacant, Senate Bill 86 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Judah, Ball, Amabile, Roberts, Exum, Mullica, Kipp, Snyder. Please add the president. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title to Senate Bill 77.
Senate Bill 77 by Senators Kipp and Rich and Representatives Carter and Soper concerning modifications to the Colorado Open Records Act.
Senator Rich.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move Senate Bill 25077 and ask for an aye vote.
Any discussion? Seen none. The motion is the passage of Senate Bill 77. Are there any no votes? Senators Pelton B., Carson, Baisley, Kirkmeyer, Henriksen, Kirkmeyer again, Frizzell, with a vote of 27 ayes, 6 noes, 1 excused, 1 vacant, Senate Bill 77 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Sullivan, Judah, Gonzalez, please add the president. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title to House Bill 1030.
House Bill 1030 by Representatives Joseph and Stewart and Senators Cutter and Winter concerning the requirement that certain building codes have accessibility standards that are at least as stringent as international building codes.
Senator Winter.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for third reading and final passage, House Bill 1030.
Any discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of House Bill 1030. Are there any no votes? Senators Pelton B., Kirkmeyer, Bright, Simpson, Mr. Minority Leader, Frizzell, Carson, Pelton R., Catlin, Baisley, Liston, Rich, Roberts. With a vote of 20 ayes, 13 noes, 1 excused, and 1 vacant, House Bill 1030 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Weissman, Kipp, Judah, Gonzalez, Michelson Janae, Sullivan, Henriksen. Please add the president. Oh, and Snyder. General orders. Second reading of bills. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to lay over the general orders second reading of bills calendar until Thursday, February 27th.
The motion is to lay over general order second reading of bills calendar till tomorrow, Thursday, February 27th. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and we will lay over the second reading of bills, general order second reading of bills calendar till tomorrow, Thursday, February 27th. Committee reports.
Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 135 be postponed indefinitely. Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 47 be postponed indefinitely.
Announcements. Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm not sure if I've ever told you this, but you're very handsome. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
yeah.
Senator Mullica will be fine. I'm just joking with you. Go ahead, Senator Mullica.
Members, Senate Health and Human Services Committee will be meeting upon adjournment, 15 minutes upon adjournment to hear Senate Bill 66, Senate Bill 58, Senate Bill 84, and Senate Bill 163.
Very good. Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Senate Judiciary Committee will be meeting on Monday, not today. Thank you.
Excellent. Senator Coker.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Senate Education Committee will be meeting at the later of 1:30 or upon adjournment of the upon adjournment committees today. Thank you.
Very good. Senator Winter.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a reminder, Transportation and Energy is not meeting today. Enjoy your afternoon.
Hey, Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Agriculture and Natural Resources Committee is meeting. We'll meet at 10 o'clock upstairs in 352. We have House Bill 1053 and House Bill 1084.
Very good. Senator Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. President. A reminder to folks, join the Alzheimer's Association of Colorado and AARP Colorado Advocates this afternoon from 12 to 1 across the street at the First Baptist Church. Hope you'll be able to join us to learn more about how you can address dementia and aging needs across Colorado. So lunch across the church or across the street at the First Baptist Church.
Very good. Thank you. Senator Weissman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a brief moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you. Members, as I think most folks know, the State Affairs Committee went pretty late last night. We had a lot of folks that wanted to talk to us about a particular bill. That involved changing our committee room on the fly, setting up overflow rooms and wrangling all the IT and so forth. When we do something like that, we lean on a lot of our nonpartisan staff at the front desk, sergeants, IT staff, VMCs. We don't do what we do here alone, so the point of my requesting personal privilege is just to say thank you to everybody who scrambled to make yesterday possible.
Very good. Do you know what you're clapping for? I'm just joking. Senator Frizzell. Members, Can we please have your attention? Senator Frizzell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to ask for a brief moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, sir. Members, every year here in Colorado, around 5,500 men, women, both young and old, are diagnosed with breast cancer. And today, I want to let you know that I have joined those ranks. Cancer doesn't discriminate. So February has been quite a month for me. And like anyone diagnosed with cancer, for me it's been filled with lots of emotion while undergoing a seemingly endless barrage of tests. I'm a really, really private person, and I don't share this information lightly. But after a lot of thought, this announcement is out of respect for my constituents in Senate District 2. I am accountable to them, and I always want to be transparent. I want to be crystal clear that I am not going to stop fighting for the good people of Senate District 2 while I simultaneously fight this new battle. I am not going anywhere, and I'm going to be fine. I have a heart of gratitude that my cancer has been caught early because of a routine screening. And this is my public service announcement today. Get a mammogram every year. Do it even though it is inconvenient and intrusive. Do it because it can save your life. I am going to continue to walk on this earth, working for the good people in my district, hugging my grandchildren, loving my children, and working for the people in my district in Colorado because I made that choice. You're stuck with me because I'm going to beat cancer. This is an arduous road, but I'm going to be okay because I'm not walking alone. I'm immensely blessed to have my amazing husband, David, my children, and my friends by my side for this journey. And I am really incredibly grateful to my caucus family for the support that they've been offering me. I am so blessed. I'm a person of prayer, and I ask for yours if you feel comfortable with that. Regardless, I would be grateful for your support on this journey. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Senator Frizzell. Thank you for your vulnerability and thank you for your strength, and we stand with you. We're here for you. Thank you very much, members. Any additional announcements? Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today, Susan Whelan, the Public Health Director of El Paso County, is retiring after years and years of incredible service to the people of Colorado. I've requested a tribute. We've passed it on to her, and I would like to share it with you, colleagues, here and now. The tribute reads, the Colorado Senate, convened in the first regular session of the 75th General Assembly, hereby recognizes and commends Susan Whelan on the occasion of her retirement and for her service to the people of Colorado, El Paso County. Ms. Whelan has dedicated her career to safeguarding public health with compassion, professionalism, and an unwavering commitment to the people of El Paso County. As Public Health Director of El Paso County, Ms. Whelan navigated the challenge of the COVID-19 pandemic with steady leadership, guiding the county in a way that protected both public health, and constitutional freedoms. Ms. Whelan played a vital role, in allowing churches and other social establishments to operate safely during the pandemic, recognizing the essential role of community in the well-being of citizens. The Senate extends its deepest gratitude to Susan Whalen for her years of honorable service and leadership, congratulates her on a well-earned retirement, and wishes her continued success in all future endeavors. On the request of Senator Paul Lundeen, given this 26th day of February 2025, State Capitol, Denver, Colorado, signed by the inimitable James Rashad Coleman, President of the Senate. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. I don't know who that guy is you were talking about, but thank you. Senator Amabile.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wanted to let everybody know that we are going to be having an Appropriations Committee meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. in LSB, and we will be hearing Senate Bill 25-170, Senate Bill 25-180, and we will not be hearing Senate Bill 25-81. Thanks.
Thank you. Committee reports.
Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 146 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 144 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 31 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation.
Now back to announcements. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate recess until 10:30. Oh, 1 minute. Back up. Members, we are going to recess to read bills across the desk later today, so you don't need to return. And with that, I move to recess until 10:30.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. There's a couple. Anybody opposed to recessing? All right, well, the ayes have it. The Senate will stand in recess until 10:30 a.m.